You guys always ask us to review trucks with more miles, so this is what I'm doing right now. This is a long-term update on our 2022 Ram 2500 heavy-duty Cummins turbo diesel we lovingly call Trailhound because we turned it not just into a heavy-duty truck, but an off-road heavy-duty truck as well. So I'm going to talk about our love and hates with this truck. We've had it for over a year and a half and almost 21,000 miles. So I'll show you the odometer and I'll show you what we've done and some of our other experiences with the truck. So we bought it, a year and a half ago, 2022 model. You could see the old mirrors, old style mirrors. So this is not a 23. This is not my favorite mirror. Why? Well, because as soon as I do this on this big horn, I have to go and redo my mirrors, right? I have to realign everything. This is still manual because I don't have money for a limited edition, fancy truck. So I don't like continuously doing that. And I don't like running with my mirrors out when I'm not towing. So that's not my favorite part. I dislike the mirror, but this is still an excellent towing vehicle. So before we lifted it with BDS suspension, Fox shocks, and these tires, it was our work truck here at the ranch. So in order to build this building right here, we bought the Ram truck. And so it towed trailers, it brought our skid loader, other vehicles here, we brought gravel for this pad. We did a lot of work with it. So when it was done, we did this. We gave it a lift. We wanted to turn it into a Trailhound. And I really love this part of it. So we used BDS kit. So this comes with a longer front spring, about 3.5 inches of lift. Then this remote system, 2.5 performance Fox suspension with adjustments. So these are manual adjustments for high speed and low speed compression. So we could dial this truck in, make it a little bit stiffer when we're towing, make it a little bit softer when we're not towing and going off-road. And we just got back from Moab a few days ago where this truck was a support vehicle. So let me show you the hitch. So still, even though we lifted it on 37s, these BFGs, all-terrains, this truck I think is my top choice out of all the trucks we've owned for towing. This Gen Y hitch, we have to do a big drop in order to actually tow a trailer, but they offer this. This is quite nice. This is their new design, 2.5-inch receiver and converts to a 2-inch system. And this will tow up to 20,000 pounds, although our payload is down a bit because we also added a Mopar fifth wheel gooseneck package to this. Oh, look, I have DEF. I'll talk about this in a second. As you can see in the floor here, we have fifth wheel gooseneck package. This is my spare because the 37-inch tall tire doesn't fit underneath. And we have extra wiring that we got installed at a Ram dealer, basically Mopar accessories. So we're able to tow any type of trailer, fifth wheel, gooseneck, regular, conventional. We've been using a mixture of DEF, so diesel exhaust fluid, different brands, and also I've done some from the pump at the truck stop. Alex is behind the camera. He also has a Ram Cummins 2022 model, and he's had an issue with his DEF nozzle, the injector of DEF into the after treatment system for the exhaust. And it could have to do with the quality of DEF, right? Because some of it expires, some of it, you have to be checking, you have to be very careful. The quality of your liquid. Here it says how you need to store, because you can't store it in really hot or really cold environments. So it's not as easy as just, coming up to a truck stop and that nozzle may have been dirty or something may have happened to it and actually just filling your system, because it's, as we were finding out, it's a little bit more sensitive. This truck has had no problems with the DEF system. We used quite a lot of it on our trip to Moab because we were towing about 10,000 pounds-ish, maybe like 9,500 pounds. So we went through like 2.5 gallons in 1 week, just after about 800 miles. So this truck loves DEF. but it's still quite efficient. Can you jump in? Alex, let me show you the odometer. There it is, 21,034 miles. This truck loves DEF, but it's relatively efficient. So I got about between 11.5 to 12.5 mpg over the Rocky Mountains towing a trailer. But this is a truck on 37s, right? Lifted tow truck. It's everything but aerodynamic. And right now around town, I'm getting 17.4. Sorry, 17.4. This is not corrected yet for tire size, so it actually could be slightly better than that, depending on the odometer and the speedometer for the tire size correction. But I think this is still quite usable for this giant truck, and I think it looks amazing. I mean, you saw it from the outside. This truck is one of my favorites from all the trucks that TFL has owned over the last 10 years. I mean, TFL truck has owned here at the company. The way this truck looks is just amazing. The exhaust brake is my favorite feature of this truck. I love especially when towing in the mountains, which I recently did. Turning tow haul and exhaust brake, you can basically let go of the accelerator. It will do everything for you without even touching the brake. It's like it can read my mind. So this system is quite nice. I love that part of it. So let's step outside again, and I can tell you a little bit more about some of my favorite things and not favorite things. The interior is holding up. We have a cover here in the center console. I'll tell you about some recalls we've done recently. I'll pop the hood, and the seats are still comfortable, and they don't have a lot of wear. They look almost brand new. So these cloth seats, I think, some of my favorite seats, because over the time, like we had an F-150 Lightning, and its leather was crinkling after about 4 months. So this seat still looks brand new. So that's nice. Let me pop the hood. So unfortunately, Ram heavy-duty trucks have had a few recalls recently. One of them had to do with the dipstick on the transmission. This is the 68 RFE 6-speed automatic transmission. The problem had to do with some fluid once in a while on some trucks coming out of here, and it could be a fire hazard because it could leak on a hot component below. So that was addressed on our truck. The other problem was with the relay, the grid heater relay, which was also a fire risk. And as you can see here from our local dealership, we got the relay taken care of. Where is the relay? Here. Heavy duty grid heater relay was done. So now at least 2 major recalls were done. And my other not so favorite part, and this has nothing to do with our dealership, this was the cost of the oil change. So you guys ask us a lot, should I get a diesel heavy duty? Should I get a gas heavy duty truck? Well, $168 at the dealer to do it properly, right? For an oil change, I think it's a lot of money. Even though this is a big engine, it's a 6.7 liter. If you had a crossover or an SUV, you're probably used to like $60 oil changes or less. When you have a big truck, especially a diesel truck like this, the oil is a little bit more expensive, and labor, of course, has to do with it. So that's not my favorite part. And once again, that's the maintenance of it. You have to use the diesel truck in order to get most out of it. If you're not towing with it often. Oh, I want to show you another cool part. I'll show it to you inside. We have cumulative miles with a trailer, which I'm pretty proud of. But if you're not towing often or going short distances, your diesel may not warm up properly. You may not get the full benefits of that truck. So it rides amazing. Like I said, even with a trailer or without the trailer, we kept these steps, even though they look a little goofy because we have a giant lifted truck. But now we actually need it. This is a Mopar step. We actually need it because in order to get in, that's really useful. So I think it kind of matches the black and silver character of this particular truck. Like I said, it's has the amazing looks. We put on an AV bumper. This is beef. This is super heavy, strong. Just look at these recovery points. Little lip here for, you know, touching obstacles or descending cliffs. 16.5, so 16,500 pound TIS Warn winch. Beefy, huge lights. So haven't had to use the winch yet, so maybe that's coming up soon because I want to run it through our course up here.
We've used the winch.
When was that?
We recovered a couple forerunners with it at the top of our course here, coming out of what's the final crossing called?
Oh, Home Free?
Home Free Hill, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Alex told me we used the winch, so I wasn't here. So this truck is already paying for itself, right? So lots of goodness. A couple of things that I don't like I was saying. I mean, all diesel trucks use DEF when they're worked hard, but this guy seems to be really hungry for DEF. It uses quite a bit of it to get the emissions under control, which it does. But so we bought this truck. Original price was about $68,000. It was a diesel, obviously 4x4 big horn, the way you see it here. And then we added a lot of parts to it. Value of the parts could be about $17,000, including everything: bumpers, tires, suspension, Mopar accessories, tonneau cover. So we spent about probably what, 85,000 for this. So that's a lot of money for a truck. But like Alex is saying, we used it's very useful. That's why we've kept it for over a year and a half, because normally we would sell a vehicle after a year, and we haven't sold this one. So I think it's our favorite, one of our favorite trucks that we've had here at the shop.
You haven't talked about the big camper we had in the back of it.
Oh, well, the camper is missing. So we also camped in it. Alex and I and David, we went to Devil's Highway, right? We did the entire Devil's Highway in this truck, and we towed down there and back. We had a alu cabin on the back here, and Alex and Frank, his dog, slept in the back of this. So that was come and gone. So we had it on the truck, and then we removed it off the truck. So now it's a truck, but I'm almost 6'3". This is a tall vehicle. You can see right here. This is a giant vehicle now, even though this is just a 37 and not a 40. So one of my favorite vehicles. So Alex, am I forgetting something else?
I don't think so. I think you covered pretty much everything.
Oh, this too.
Oh, the fender.
I like the flares. I think it adds a nice touch. This is not, quote unquote, a power wagon, because the power wagon from the factory has smaller tires. Of course, it has dual lockers and disconnecting front sway bar. But even with this, we had decent articulation, maybe not as good as a power wagon, but I think this adds to the look quite nice. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below. I think you have a full view. Oh, except stay out here. I want to show the total miles with the trailer.
I'm remembering one more thing we did to the truck.
What is it?
We did all the WeatherTech stuff.
Oh, yes.
So the wind deflector, the rain guards, mud
The
flaps,
hood guard.
hood, yeah.
We did a lot, dude. We did a lot. So, hold on. I wanted to show you there. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. 7,990 miles with a trailer. So I believe that was never reset. So this is cumulative mileage while the trailer is hooked up to this truck. So basically a third of its life. No, wait, maybe a little bit more than a third of its life. It was actually towing a trailer, which I think every heavy duty has to do. So there you have it. This is a long-term update. Write us an email if you want at ask@tfltruck.com, and I'll see you next time on next episode.